If you spend at least 10 minutes on TikTok, you have probably seen this girl named Monstra. She is a very popular influencer known for her makeup looks, outfits, and the style of her content. She often does clown makeup and dresses up as popular characters and creates videos in two languages, English and Spanish. Probably what sets her apart from any other TikTok influencer is what she looks like. And I'm not just calling her pretty, like I know we all notice that she is gorgeous. But it's like she has that authentic style. Her makeup is very specific, and so is her hairstyle. I mean, it all fits her so well. She just kind of has this signature look that suits her face very well and makes her look unique. For someone who has 3 million followers, Monstra has barely been in any controversy. So, who could have possibly guessed that this year everybody on TikTok would create a whole trend just to criticize her? But what even happened, and why does every girl who's in a relationship hates Monstra? Let's talk about it. Hi! Before we start, I would just like to say that with this video, I am not trying to promote hate towards anyone. I myself follow Monstra, and all the videos of other girls that I'm gonna show you today are here just to make a point, so don't go and hate on them. And while we're at it, can you please subscribe to my channel if you like me? My goal is 100,000 subscribers and we're more than halfway there. Thank you guys so much for watching me. Mwah. Okay, now let's start. So I'm sure you guys noticed, but recently on TikTok there is a trend with Beyonce's audio that goes something like, if it's what you truly want, I can wear her skin as mine, her hair over mine, her teeth as confetti.
If it's what you truly want, I can wear her skin over mine.
And basically, the whole context of this audio and this whole trend is like girls finding out that their boyfriends like a certain character or influencer, and they just go absolutely crazy and start to become like them. Or girls finding out that their boyfriend cheats on them, so they become like the girl that he cheated her on with. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that this whole trend is just like horror stories about horrible relationship. It always bothered me so much. How can this become a trend? How many people had to go through these horrible relationship just to participate in this trend? It's actually fascinating how there's like thousands of videos just, and every single one of them is a different situation. So this trend is about bad relationship. We all pretty much understand that. I don't need to show you any more examples, right? And me, I was just scrolling on TikTok through those videos, just watching it unfold in front of my eyes. But then I started noticing a pattern. You see, I noticed a few videos were talking about the same situation. It went something like me finding a girl in his following list, so I become obsessed with her and start copying her style. And then I looked in the hashtags of those videos, and guess what I saw? All of those videos were about Monstra. So I started digging deeper into this, and I went to look at the comments, and that was such a mistake because there were just hundreds of people saying that their boyfriends loved Monstra and so they started copying her. Thousands of people saying that they hate Monstra because their boyfriends like Monstra. Some people even posted videos like me before finding out that he follows Monstra versus me after, and it's just them copying her makeup, her hair, her everything. Now, all of these girls were obviously in toxic relationship. When someone makes you feel insecure, when someone doesn't validate your feelings, when someone doesn't show you that they love you, you just grasp at every opportunity for this person to like you, even if it means copying their celebrity crush. And Monster just turned out to be in the center of it. And that's how her controversy is breaking apart couples. Thousands of girls started going through their boyfriend's following list and finding out that they follow Monstra, like one of the most popular influencers like ever on TikTok. And they started hating this girl so much, just video after video complaining about it. Every girl was just so scared to go through their boyfriend's following list and find her. Like it was just the biggest fear. But something just doesn't sit right with me. Why are we acting like Monstra is stealing everybody's boyfriends? Why are we calling Monster a pick me for looking this way, for acting this way, when she is just a popular TikTok influencer who just exists, and matter of fact, she is in a very healthy and happy relationship herself.
I know your man doesn't do this for you. I'm the only one that gets this treatment.
So if your boyfriend loves Monstra and idolizes her and thinks she's the most beautiful girl in the world, then maybe the problem is your boyfriend. A lot of people may look at those videos and be like, these girls are crazy. These girls are insane. Like, there is no way. Why are you becoming obsessed over this influencer? Why are you copying her? Like, why? Yes, I can totally see how this behavior is weird. However, most likely these girls have been in bad relationships. And you don't have the right to tell those people how they should act. It's just the hate from these girls is what really doesn't sit right with me. Because if there's any person that we yes, this is our relationship now, I'm also in it, we should have a problem with those boyfriends who lust over girls on internet. Maybe if your boyfriend loves some random girl on the internet more than he loves you, he isn't really the best match for you. And I know it's really hard to break up with someone so suddenly and to like come in terms with that conclusion. But at the very least, don't post a hate video comparing yourself and Monstra. Like, what are you doing? Monstra literally became like one of the biggest villains on TikTok because of some stupid trend. Because some stupid boyfriends decide to lust over her and nobody can do anything about it. Everybody is just mad at her for simply existing. And you may not have heard of any of these people or this trend before, and I completely understand that. But just to put it in perspective, this trend and those videos about Monstra gained so much attention. Monstra herself had to come on the internet and explain to these girls what is really happening.
Here's a reminder that if you have a lustful boyfriend who is constantly being a creep towards women online that don't even know he exists, you leave him, girl. You don't try to become like the girl because that's only going to be leaving you empty inside and you're disrespecting yourself. You have to stand up and leave that man because is your dream man following 300 e-girls on TikTok? No. Never change yourself for a man who would never change for you, especially these lustful men. They will never get enough. They will continue to follow other girls and you will only be comparing yourself in this relationship. It's a terrible dynamic and you should never stay. Leave. There's always going to be someone out there who's going to truly love you for you. Also, for the girls who, I wouldn't say have issues with me or anything like that, I understand. I've been in your shoes. I know how it must feel. But never blame the girl. It's always your man's fault. The girl is never giving your man attention. Never ever. Like, no one wants your man. No one, and you shouldn't even want your man, girl. At the end of the day, you should always choose to love yourself, stick up for yourself, and leave that relationship. It'll drain you, girl.
These girls went so far with this hate and obsession that Monster herself had to address them in her video on her main account just so that they leave her alone. Monstra did not steal your boyfriend. Monstra doesn't even know about your boyfriend. She is not the cause of your relationship problems because maybe it's your boyfriend. I just honestly cannot comprehend how can you be in relationship with someone and obsess over someone who looks and acts completely different on the internet who doesn't know about your existence? Like, I've heard so many stories from my friends, from the internet, from famous people of those same situations happening over and over again. Like, I just don't understand how you can claim to love someone, how you can claim to love your girlfriend and go and goon to other girls on the internet. Like, seriously, if there's any male viewers that watch me, which probably not. But like, why are you doing this? Why? Because I can understand the girlfriends who became obsessed with Monstra, because sometimes you just feel like you are so not enough that you would rather be anybody else, just anyone else, just to receive love that you want. But the boyfriends, however, just like, don't date, don't go out with people. But I hope we can all agree that like this behavior is not okay.
And I've been talking about the Monstra thing, but genuinely, I find insane the fact that she's already went over this and talked about how uncomfortable it is to see girls basically being obsessed with her because their boyfriends lust over her or whatever, and the fact that some girls ask her to block their boyfriends for that very reason. Like, oh my gosh, like, stand up, what are you doing? And not even that, I just find the whole trend that's going on where it's like, I can wear her skin, and people are just obsessing over, like, the idea of her just because your boyfriend is literally telling you to your face that he finds her more attractive than you. Like, guys, what happened to just breaking up with people? That's still an option. And it's not even that trend, but it's just so odd seeing how people are like blocking her or saying, oh, I had to block her for my mental health and this and that. And it's just like, I don't know, just like grow a backbone or something. Like, I don't understand why whenever stuff like this happen, or whenever like some people are in a situation where their boyfriend are lusting over a certain girl, or men are overly attracted to some woman and put her on a pedestal that she doesn't even want to be on, people immediately start attacking the girl instead of attacking their weird boyfriends. Like, what in the world? Like, stop it, you're being weird. And again, I understand that people are insecure, don't get me wrong, I completely get that, right? But at the same time, it's just so odd that it's like becoming a whole another trend where people are just talking about how obsessed they are with her and how they basically analyze every single thing she's doing. Like, again, I understand being insecure, but at the same time, at some point, you have to stand up and break up with your boyfriend while you're doing that.
I am honestly still stuck on why this whole trend even exists. Like, is it really what society has come to? Guys, I know I'm getting so off track in this video, but I legitimately don't know what to talk about. Like, I think we're all sane here, so we know that this trend is not okay, and Monster obviously didn't do anything wrong, right? And it's one thing to be inspired by a certain influencer that you like trying out their makeup routine, changing your hair to look like them a little bit. Like, there's nothing wrong with just getting inspiration if you think that you want to look like them, if you like their look. And straight up just copying a person, just copying their entire personality, videos, makeup, everything. For what? For what? Like, I know people who do this to get famous on TikTok, but doing this for a boyfriend? No. Just no. I'm probably not the best person to talk about relationship and someone else's relationship, because actually I'm 16 years old and I don't have a lot of experience, or should I say, I don't have a lot of good experience either. Regardless, can you just imagine how Monster feels right now? Can you just imagine receiving hate comments and threats and people wishing for your life and relationship to fall apart simply because you are just Monster and you're a popular influencer? In conclusion, I just hope that Monster will keep posting despite this hate, and I really hope that this entire trend dies out soon so that Monster can keep posting her videos, because she is genuinely a cool person and I find her videos very, very entertaining. I love her content. I really want to try her makeup looks, and I really hope that it doesn't stop her from expressing herself. And at the end of the day, if you guys have ever felt the same as the girls that I showed you in the video, or have been in a similar situation, first of all, I want to say I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Everything that you've ever went through, because you really did not deserve that. Because you deserve a person who will love you for being you. A person who doesn't want for you to change for them. You deserve someone who will treat you right just because you exist. And you know what? You will get that person. You will, because I said so. And I know you guys noticed that my videos lately have just been me ranting about things without any script, but I just had to make a video about this because nobody on YouTube is talking about this situation. I feel like this is very unfair. But again, that's just my opinion. And if you have a different one, you can always express it in my comments section. And if you just want to say something about this situation, about this whole trend, you can always talk about that in the comments below. I will please once again ask you to subscribe to my channel and my other social media that I linked in description. Like this video or not, I don't really care. And now, bye!